Everyone's been watching Bitcoin, but they're missing the move that could redefine global finance. Because while the world's distracted by ETFs, halvings, and speculation, Elon Musk is quietly wiring the future of money, and it's not running on Bitcoin. It's running on two assets the mainstream keeps ignoring: XRP and XLM. If that sounds wild, give me 5 minutes, because what you're about to hear connects Musk, X, Starlink, and the new ISO 20022 era in ways almost no one's talking about. Let's start with what Musk's actually building. Everyone thinks X is just Twitter with payments, but that's the surface. Underneath, he's creating a financial operating system, one that moves value instantly, globally, and without middlemen. That's not PayPal 2.0. That's a new global rail. To make it work, he needs two things: speed and interoperability. And that's exactly what XRP and XLM were built for. In 2024, X Holdings, Musk's parent company, quietly filed a trademark including financial transaction services using distributed ledger technology. Most ignored it. But analysts noticed the language was almost identical to Ripple's payment patent. And the structure looked nearly the same as Stellar's Anchor model, the system connecting banks to blockchain rails. Coincidence, or blueprint? Then the on-chain whispers began. Dormant XRP and XLM wallets, tied to old banking corridors, suddenly moved millions. Around the same time, X updated its payment docs to include multi-asset settlement compatibility. That's ISO 20022 language. And that's when people started connecting dots. Musk doesn't follow hype. He builds systems. Every project he's built, Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, had one goal: remove friction. Cars that don't need gas. Satellites that don't need cables. And now, money that doesn't need banks. And when you look closely, XRP and XLM are the only networks built to make that possible. Here's why it matters. The world's payment infrastructure is ancient. Swift messages crawl across borders. Transfers take days. Every country has its own locked system. Musk wants a universal layer, one network connecting all of them. And that's exactly what Ripple and Stellar already built. XRP connects banks, liquidity providers, and payment systems. XLM connects people, wallets, and real-world assets. Together, they create a two-tier structure: institutional rails and retail rails, one for Wall Street, one for the world. That's perfect symmetry for Musk's Everything app. Meanwhile, Starlink already runs low-latency nodes capable of processing crypto transactions in offline regions. Imagine those satellites confirming XRP or XLM payments anywhere on Earth, no borders, no downtime. That's not theory. That's infrastructure. While everyone argues about meme coins and ETFs, Musk is literally connecting the world's payment layer through space. But here's the key. XRP and XLM are both ISO 20022 compliant, the new global standard for financial messaging. Every central bank, every clearinghouse, every payment network is switching to it right now. Bitcoin isn't compliant. Ethereum isn't either. But XRP and XLM speak the same language as SWIFT, Visa, and the IMF. That makes them plug and play for global finance. So does that mean Musk is buying XRP and XLM? Not necessarily. He doesn't need to hold them. He's building around them. That's the real play. It's like the early internet: he's not buying every domain, he's building the browser. And X is becoming that browser for money. XRP and XLM? They're the protocols it runs on. Every move fits: X Payments getting money transmitter licenses across the US, Tesla developing AI-based transaction routing between machines, Neuralink and Starlink forming autonomous communication networks that can settle value in real time. All of that points to a universal settlement layer, and Ripple and Stellar already built it. This isn't about Elon holding tokens. It's about him positioning himself at the center of the rails the next economy will run on. Because when ISO 20022 becomes standard, the real value won't be in speculation, it'll be in infrastructure. By 2026, over 90% of cross-border payments will be ISO native. By 2030, half of global GDP could be tokenized. That's not a dream, that's what the World Bank and IMF are preparing for. So the question isn't if these networks will be used. It's who will control access to them. And Elon's building that access layer right now. We've gone from meme coins to Mars-level finance, from Dogecoin jokes to institutional rails that connect satellites, banks, and people into one network. When that switch flips, it won't be a price pump. It'll be a paradigm shift. If those rails go live, even conservative estimates could push XRP toward $2.70 to $3 short term, with stellar following as adoption grows. But remember, this isn't financial advice. It's infrastructure awareness. While most people argue about the next bull run, Musk's already building the system it'll run on. The only question left, are you inside the rails, or outside watching it happen? If you see where this is heading, drop a comment below. Do you think Musk is quietly integrating XRP and XLM, or is it all coincidence? Either way, stay tuned, because what's coming next could reveal what Elon's bet really means. And it might just change how the world moves money forever. This video is for informational and educational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing in any asset.